Hi everyone, this is it. We've finally made it to week 16. So let's just do a really quick walkthrough to see what you have going on for your final assignment in ALEC 302. So as a reminder, this week is a final reflection paper. In essence, you're going to be responding to different questions and really trying to think about and reflect on what did all of this mean to you when we talked about power and influence, servant leadership, and transformational leadership. What things will you take away, and how will you use this information in an organizational setting when you might come in contact or have those opportunities in the future? So again, I'm asking for your final reflection to be due by Wednesday at midnight of this week. If for some reason you have a really heavy final load, or you have, let's say, a huge exam coming up and you really just don't think you can get it to me by Wednesday, please send me a text so we can have a conversation about that. I might be able to work with you on it. I want to be flexible, but I'm also trying to give Ellie Anderson and I time to grade all of those reflections so we can really start on those Thursday morning. And then any grading that we don't get done will then roll over into next week so we can get final grades posted for all of you as soon as possible. So reflect on past assignments. I really encourage you to do that. That will help in writing your final reflection. And then as a reminder, there are unit overviews for you as well. So kind of the cliff notes, if you will, of all 3 units. So if you need to look at those unit overviews, it'll just take you to box. And unit 2 was over power and influence. Unit 3 is over servant leadership. And then unit 4 is over transformational. So if you just click in here, as you can see, it's a PowerPoint presentation. And it just kind of talks about some of the key things. So reminding you about the 4 I's, how leaders gain idealized influence, inspirational motivation, so kind of walking you through those, core principles of transformational leadership. So lots of just kind of good information here that might help you in thinking about that final paper. So then all you have due, obviously, since it's finals week, is your final reflection paper. And then as a reminder, I will give extra credit if everybody completes the course evaluation. So please, please click on this, take the 2 minutes to do it, give some critical and constructive feedback on the online class. Remember, certain things are not going to change. For example, I know working in groups can be frustrating, but that's part of the learning process. When we talk about leadership skills, growth, and development for us individually, we have to know how to work in groups, no matter what organization we're going to be a part of in the future. But give us some feedback on how things were laid out, how assignments worked, if you liked Zoom. All of those different types of things are really important as we continue to move forward offering online classes. So your individual assignment has 4 questions with a word count. At the end of every response, give me a word count, bold it, put it in red. That way I don't have to look and go, I'm not sure, this one's a little questionable, it might be a little bit short. And what I do is I literally will copy and paste it into a Word document and see that you've made it. So if you just put the word count on there for me, it makes my life a lot easier. Also, try to stay within the word count. Adding a bunch of fluff and a bunch of extra just words doesn't make something better. I'm looking for quality responses. How did power and influence impact your understanding of leadership and organizations? Give examples to support your conclusions, meaning you should go back and use the readings to support things. You should go back and say, as Cotter defines power, blah, blah, blah. I have seen this in a situation that I was a part of, for example. So really make sure you're going back, use sources where appropriate, and then use clear examples to show me that you, A, understand it, and how you feel it impacts your understanding in an organization. If you just define terminology and just explain the terminology, that's not what I want. You have to apply it to your understanding in an organization with examples. Students sometimes, for whatever reason, almost just give me a an overview of what we learned, and that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for application, how you're going to apply it. And then number 4 is just a little bit longer in word count. Describe how this class impacted your views of effective leadership. How do you intend to be effective in the future? So you might talk about balancing power, knowing what influence strategies to utilize. You might talk about carrying over some servant leadership characteristics. Maybe there's a certain few you think are strongest. Maybe you want to be transformational and you'll talk about the 4 I's. But go back and think about, how do I intend to be a good leader in the future? And then again, applying that to what we learned in class. And then as you can see down here, point breakout for the final reflection is pretty straightforward there. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, don't hesitate to reach out. Please contact either myself or Ellie Anderson. Our other teaching assistants have wrapped up their responsibilities for the semester, so they've gone forward. So if you do have a question, please contact myself or Ellie. And I just want to say a big congratulations to any and all of our graduating seniors. The best of luck to you in the future, and to all of you when you come back next fall. Have a great finals week. And if you ever need anything, please don't hesitate to reach out.